Hey guys, it's your girl Nosh. This is a message for the collective. Actually, it's like a video to help you guys determine that the person you're with is approved by spirit or not. You know, like I know we don't like to believe this, but our spirit guides, our ascension team, our angels sometimes are not happy with the choices we make, especially when it comes to choosing people to be in our lives. So this video will help you distinguish that if the person you're with or the person you like or whatever it is spirit okay with you being with this person? Few of these are situations that I went through, that I personally experienced, and spirit was like, hell no, girl, you need to get rid of him. And that's exactly what ended up happening. I got rid of them because spirit was not happy. So yeah, I am one of those people that'll be like, spirit says I can't be with you, and I get rid of you. Because for me, the choice that spirit makes for me is far beyond what I can make for myself. Like, you know, me being in this human shell, it's hard to see things that spirit can see already inside of a person, because sometimes you get blinded. You get attracted to someone and you think they're so good looking, they're so this, they're so that. You fail to see what spirit is really trying to show you. That's why I say always go into something with a detached style method, where you don't attach yourself so quickly where you're able to, you know, like be blind to whatever this person is doing or how this person is. All right, so let's start with being clumsy. You ever notice when you're around someone and you just become clumsy? Like all of a sudden you just can't walk. You knew how to walk. You always known how to walk, but all of a sudden you're tripping, you're falling, you're dropping things. This is the negative energy around that person, or the negativity that is there. Because if you notice, if you're around certain other people, things like that don't happen. You don't trip, you don't fall, nothing like that happens. You have to be careful. And sometimes it could be even the area that you're in, the vicinity that you're in. Like say you walk into a house and all of a sudden you just like tripped walking through the door. Not good. Not good. That's not good energy. The energy in that place is not good, because why all of a sudden you knew how to walk over steps before, now all of a sudden you don't know how to walk over stairs, right? So when you are with someone, or when you're in a certain place and the energy is not good, spirit will try to show you. Like, in a sense, you ever think of something bad in your head, like, you know, you're not supposed to be thinking about this, and then all of a sudden you stub your toe? Yeah, it's like that type of that type of situation. So I remember I was this whole video is going to be me basically explaining to you guys what I dealt with this summer when I was dating someone. And there's because that person is the only one that sticks out to me, because everybody else that I dated in the past wasn't that. It was there wasn't so many signs. There were signs here and there, but it wasn't so specific when I dated this person. My spirit guys did not like this person at all. That's all I'm gonna say. They were like, get rid of him. And then I was the one that was just like everybody else, like, oh no, but I want to see, you know, I like this person, blah blah blah. I blinded myself, because I was like, no, I like this person, let's see what happens. And the spirit was like, you know what? This bitch ain't listening. We got to do something else. And I'm going to tell you what they did in this video. So keep listening and I'll tell you what happened. So I met someone over the summer, and I remember hanging out with them, and I would trip. And he said to me, oh, you're clumsy. And I made it a joke, and I said, yeah, I'm really clumsy. Naturally, I'm not clumsy. I'm actually really good. Like, I know how to walk. I know how to carry things. My fingers work, my toes work, my feet work, my legs work. God bless, everything works properly. But when I was around him, I would trip over things that would just miraculously appear out of nowhere. Like the wall just came out of nowhere and I just bumped into the wall. That was my spirit guys telling me, can you stop? Like, every minute that you hang out with this man, this person, we don't like it. All right. So the other one was biting your tongue. You ever around someone and you keep biting your tongue? Yeah, not good. That's also spirit trying to get your attention. Like, no. What? No. So if you're biting your tongue around someone all the time, you're being clumsy around someone all the time, that person does not have either good intentions for you, or the energy is not good, or something is up and spirit does not want you being around this person. Right? The other one, this is more for when you are, no, the biting of the tongue and the being clumsy is could be around people that you're friends with, people that you hang out with, coworkers, the job that you're at. You know, these things hold energy. Now, whether it's negative energy, positive energy, you'll know by seeing your blessings. If your blessings are not growing, or if you're not getting blessed, then you know something is up. Okay. Hang on one second, guys. Yeah, you're being a distraction right now. You really are. You're being a major distraction, kitty cat. That means someone doesn't want me to put this video out. See, even distractions like that. My cat is normally fine when I do videos. Like all of a sudden today, I'm doing this video and he finds a clip and he wants to play with my clip on the floor. So again, distraction. People will throw distractions and obstacles in your way when you're trying to do something good, depending on the energy. Like this is something probably someone's throwing at me. Like, oh no, Sheen's been putting up videos. Let's stop her from putting up videos. And this happens. You're probably thinking, well, why would someone do that? Trust me, there are people who do that. You would be surprised at the thoughts people have about you because you can't see those thoughts. You can't hear those thoughts. You don't know about them. Right? How do you know what someone is thinking? How do you know what someone else is feeling? Pay attention. Pay attention and you will. So moving forward, if you're dating someone, if you're dating someone, you're sleeping with someone, you start having nightmares while you're sleeping with them. Like, you know, not having sex in a sense, but if you're sleeping in the same bed as them or in the same area as them, you start to have nightmares. You didn't have nightmares before, but now all of a sudden, sleeping next to this person, you're having nightmares. Yeah, get rid of them. Get rid of them. See, I was done with this. I'm really going to call myself out. Over the summer, I was dating someone, and when I would sleep over at his apartment, I would have nightmares. When I would sleep in my room, sleep back in my house, I'd be fine. Around him, I'd have nightmares. Yeah. You would think, like, I would understand, but no. This is why I go through these things, so you guys can understand it, and you guys can, like, you know, figure it out on your own, like, oh, okay. But yeah, so I would have nightmares with this person. With this individual, I specifically had nightmares. Because nightmares are a way of your subconscious telling you something is not right. Are we supposed to have nightmares? No, we're really not. We're supposed to be dreaming of things that make us happy because that's what our subconscious contains. And your dreams are what your subconscious contains. So if there's something you're thinking about, like if there's a test coming up, you know how sometimes people, like, you know, children will dream of failing the test or not making it to the test. Yeah, that's considered a nightmare for some people. That's your subconscious telling you this is what I'm worried about. So when you're sleeping with someone in the same bed as them, your subconscious is worried. So it's trying to protect its body and itself that it's connected to by giving you this dream. Like, oh, look, something bad is happening. So you wake up and you're like, oh my God. And you look next to you and it's that person sleeping there. Yeah, get rid of them. Next up on the list is becoming sick out of nowhere. This one I can attest to. Now, over the summer, when it was like 105 degrees outside in July, in the middle of July, it's 110, 105 degrees outside, I got sick out of nowhere. I wasn't around any children. There was no flu going around. Fuck it, it was summer. It was midsummer. What? There was no reason for me to get sick. I got sick for a whole fucking week. And it wasn't no cough. It wasn't no runny nose. I was sick. Like I had a fever. I was weak. I couldn't get up out of bed for 2-3 days while I was dating this motherfucker. That's something to be alarmed about. And I did get alarmed after that. After that, I started picking up on things like, wait a minute, this is just too much happening now. I've heard stories about this, but now this is actually happening. Because my grandmother always tells me, you know, like the telltale signs of energy reading. And then there's other elders that said the same thing. But then with me getting sick, really put the cherry on the top. Why did I get sick out of nowhere for no reason? No one sneezed on me. No one coughed on me. I wasn't around anyone. Like over the summer, I wasn't working, so I wasn't out around children because I'm a school teacher. So I was not with children. Why did I get sick? I didn't get caught in no rain or anything. Even if I did get caught in the rain, it's summertime. How the fuck did I get sick for a whole fucking week? With literally a fever, tossing and turning in my sleep, sweating in my sleep, waking up and going back to sleep, being up for like 3-4 hours, but then sleeping for 10 hours. That was that person's energy. Or that was that whatever that person's energy it was involving. Spirit wanted me to get out of there so bad. Oh, so bad they wanted me to get out of there that they even put my ass in bed. Like they made me sick. Like, you know what? No, we're not doing this anymore. Now, part of me believes it probably was my spirit guides that made me sick, but the other part of me wants to believe that I don't think my spirit guides would make me sick, but they let me be open to whatever energy that person had. And that person's energy did not match with my energy. That's why I ended up getting sick. So if you're constantly getting sick when you're with someone, every time you hang out with this person, every time you're around this person, you end up getting sick, a cold, a headache, coughing, respiration issues, whatever the shit is, any type of infection is because of this person. Whoever you're hanging around with. There is something not right with their energy. And you need to be more cautious about that. Because I remember after I got sick with being with this person that I dated over the summer, 3 weeks later, we ended up breaking up because it was not working out. I started seeing things that I didn't see before. I started seeing things that he was hiding. I started seeing things that he wasn't talking about. And Spirit was just snitching on him. Look, snitch. You hear the cops in the back. I love it. Confirmation? Can I get an amen on the confirmation right there? As soon as I said spirit was snitching on them, you start hearing the cops go boop, boop, boop in the back, right? Look, still going. Oh, yeah. Again, I thought that this person was a good person. And this is what we all do. We all try to see the good inside of someone. But we need to see the reality of them. This person was not good. There were so many things that this person told me that I listened to. Like, you know, when people talk about themselves, there were so many things I picked up on that weren't right. But because I liked him, I pardoned it. I let it go. This is why I talk about the being detached. When you're detached, you're able to see things clearly. But when you are attached, it's so much harder to see things. When you like something, you become, there's a prejudice against it. Anything that's not it, you don't like it. Anybody that says something about it, you don't like it. Sometimes you do need to listen to the people around you because they'll be telling you things that you can't see. You ever bring your person around someone and have them hang out with your family members or your friends, and they're like, well, your person's, something's up with your person. And you're like, oh no, he's just like that. Or she's just like that. You may not be able to see it because you are too consumed and too absorbed in that person's energy, but people around you will be able to see it. Think about that for a second. No, not everybody is jealous of you. No, not everybody wants what you have. Sometimes you can't think like that. Sometimes you have to put yourself outside of the snow globe that you're living in. Okay? I always call it the snow globe. You know, when you're inside of the snow globe, it's hard to see what's outside, right? That's what happens. When you're with someone, when you like someone, when you have feelings for someone, it's really hard to see past those feelings that you have for that individual. And this is what people do when they know you feel this way about them, right? Some people are smart. When they know you feel this way about them, they take advantage of it. Like the person I was dating over the summer was a straight up warlock that was acting like he wasn't a warlock. He acted like he didn't know anything about magic or negative energy. Yet his family believed in it. He grew up in it. That's what I'm saying, guys. Be careful, because the people that you think won't do something, that you think won't do it, are actually the candidates for doing what it is that you think they wouldn't do. Okay? So, again, going back, getting sick, being clumsy, biting your tongue, biting the inside of your mouth, tripping over things, dropping things, falling down, hurting yourself. I also remember when I was with him, I got a really bad a cut on my foot. My foot got stuck in his balcony door once. There was no reason for my foot to get stuck there. And it got stuck, and I got a huge black and blue, and it hurt so badly. This was the ending of our relationship where all of these things were happening. I even remember once he was at work and I went to go get food because I was staying at his place while he was at work for the summer. And I went to go get food. My food fell. And then on top of it all, I was waiting for a contract to go through for me. That contract never went through, which brings me to my next sign. Spirit will not allow you to have any blessings while you are in the energy of another person that is not good for you. So if you're around people that are not good for you, you will notice contracts are not going through. Approvals are not happening. You're getting denied, rejected when it comes to finances. Like myself, there was a contract that I was depending on over the summer and I got denied for it. There was no reason for me to get denied for it. I had everything to back it up. But because I was in the company that I was keeping, that contract got denied. It wasn't until after I left this person and I removed myself from this person's energy that everything that was happening, I saw it so clearly. Sometimes some people are not good for you. And I know it's hard to understand that because we have feelings, but sometimes we need to stop, moving from our feelings. We need to stop acting from our feelings, but start acting from the reality of what really things are. So if you're with someone and you keep getting a flat tire, your car keeps breaking down, you keep getting sick, you're in and out of the hospital, you're in and out of the doctor's office. Because there was someone I dated a few, maybe last year or 2 years ago, that every time I went out on a date with this guy, I ended up getting sick. I either would get a cold or a headache, or I would get a slight bit of a fever. And then I started picking up on it. Like, wait a minute, every time I'm around this person, I get sick. I pulled back. You would think I would learn. And then what I went through this summer, I would have stopped myself from going through it. But again, we're human. Till we don't do, till we don't think about it, till we don't acknowledge it, till we don't write it down, till we don't understand it, we will keep going through it. Like, now I understand. Let the next motherfucker walk into my life and let me drop something. I ain't talking to him anymore. Let the next motherfucker walk into my life and let me trip over a pair of stairs. I'm not fucking talking to him. Let me go out with the next motherfucker and I end up getting sick. I ain't going out with him. I ain't fucking calling him. For ladies, there's going to be some guys that you have sex with and then your period won't stop. Where your period is only 5 to 7 days, you'll end up having your period for 13, 14 days. It's that energy. And your body's trying to remove that toxicity out of you. Okay? It's because when you get your period, your body is getting rid of what no longer needs to be inside of your womb. And your womb is the most important thing, is the place of creation. So when you are allowing yourself to mate with someone, to go inside of your womb where there is creation happening and you are a creator, you will start bleeding. Because it needs to get rid of whatever cells or whatever energy they left in there. That is the body's natural way of releasing something, letting go of something. Especially for a woman. I'm not too keen on what happens with men, but I know for a fact for a woman, when a woman gets her period, she is releasing everything that no longer serves her or serves inside of her body, aka the egg that was not inseminated. It has to be released. It has to die. It has to leave the body. Plain and simple spiritual fact about getting a period or about getting your menstruation. So if you're with someone and your menstruation isn't stopping or it's irregular, think about that for a second. Where I come from, the culture I come from, the background I come from, Pakistan, by the way, we are taught that if you constantly keep getting your period and you have an irregular period, there's either someone doing magic on you, there's root work, or there's bad energy around you. Because a woman is supposed to have her period naturally. Because if you go back to those back in the days, like 1800s, 1900s, a lot of these things that we have nowadays, these cysts, these fibroids, all these things did not exist. They didn't exist. It's just with time and through education, we learned about what they are. Sometimes it is that. So I would say, go get checked. But if you know in your history of always having your period, you never had to deal with these things, and now all of a sudden you're dealing with these things, there's something off. Yes, go to the gynecologist, but also cleanse yourself. Cleanse yourself down there. Get some Palo Santo and smoke your kitty cat out as much as possible. Get some frankincense, get some sandalwood, get some dragon's blood, mix it with that and smoke it all out. Get rid of that energy. And pay attention to the people you bring into your life, especially the people that you have sex with. Because you don't know their intentions. You don't know where their energy has been. Like the guy that I was dealing with over the summer, there was more factors to that. Like, to give you a little synopsis real quickly, he also had a best friend that was totally obsessed with him, and she just kept doing magic on him. She was doing magic on him way before I even started dating him. But I found that out when I started dating him, that there's got to be, where is this coming from? Is it him, or is it coming from somewhere else? Me being spiritual, it helped a lot, where I was like, wait a minute. So you've never had, I literally said to him, I was like, so you never had a relationship work out? No, I haven't. Why is that? I know you have issues. Like, I knew he had issues, but they weren't that bad of issues. It wasn't that much. And then I started seeing what they were. And I'm telling you, sometimes I'm not giving excuses for this person, but if his best friend or his ex-best friend or whatever the case is, that girl that's so obsessed with him wasn't throwing magic on him, he wouldn't be so confused. He was always confused, always in and out. Why? Because she was throwing shit on him. She did not want him to be happy in any relationship. And here I am just wanting to be happy with someone, starts dating this guy thinking, oh, we're doing very well. And we actually got along very well. And then all of a sudden, things took a turn. That's because she found out that I was dating him. Why? How did she find out I was dating him? Because he opened up his mouth and told her. I'm hoping that going forward, that whoever he dates, he doesn't go back and tell that bitch, because that bitch will ruin it for him. But going back to what I said, you see how people are? This is why you should keep your shit to yourself. Keep your business to yourself. And if you have a friend that's been in your life for a long time, and you realize that every time you tell this friend something, things don't work out for you, maybe it's that friend doing shit. Like, everybody, let's just all think for a second. Do we have that one person in our life that when we go tell them, oh, I want to buy a new car, as soon as we tell them, we end up not buying the new car? Do we have a friend in our life that one specific person that we go tell them, oh, I'm looking for jobs and I have an interview tomorrow? You go to that interview, you don't get hired. Or you have that one friend in your friend group or in your family member that you tell this person, oh, I really want to get pregnant, and you try to get pregnant and it doesn't happen. Yeah, that's your person right there. Stop telling that person shit. So the guy that I was dating had this habit of having this friend in his life that he would go back and tell her everything. Oh, I'm dating this girl. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And she would sit there and fuck it up for him. Now, whatever contract she has with him or whatever is going on with them, that's their business. So you see how quickly Spirit pulled me out? All I needed to do was get sick for a week, and I knew Spirit was trying to pull me out. So I said to him, this is not working between us. And he was so adamant, I'm not letting it go. Oh, let's try it. Let's try to weather the storm. I even told him, your girl is doing shit. He had me cleanse him. He had me cleanse his apartment. He had me cleanse myself, him, whatever. It didn't work because Spirit did not want us to be together. Now you're going to be like, oh, if you all did all of that, why didn't it work? You want to know why it didn't work? Because there was a contract he had to fulfill. There was karma that needed to be paid between him and her. And I was a third party. Even though if they weren't together, there was some type of karma that needed to be fulfilled between them. Now, whether it may be him realizing what he did to her or her realizing what she's doing to him, but it's between them. Till they don't figure that out and fulfill that contract or that karmic situation that's going on, whoever he dates is going to be going to be a casualty in a sense. It's like, you know how you have war and you have a casualty? So whoever he dates will be a casualty. Why? Because there's a karma that needs to be fulfilled. I think he needs to either apologize. My theory is that before they became best friends and all that shit, I think he was sleeping with her. He was messing around with her. He was using her. right? Because she is a practitioner. She does witchcraft or whatever. And I think he was using her to get what he wanted. And once he got what he wanted, he probably left her, dropped her, or she. From what he told me was that she had feelings for him, and he told her he didn't feel the same way. I'm thinking that the reason why she said she had feelings for him is because he was sleeping with her, probably sleeping with her, using her, doing that type of shit. And then obviously she grew feelings, so she told him, I have feelings for you, and he rejected her. And because he rejected her, or he didn't give her back the same feelings that she had for him, she went towards magic and said, you know what, I'm gonna fuck your life up now. Now, me being who I am, I look at that situation like, ah, shit. Yeah. Like, I even said to him, what did you do to her? Did you fuck her over? Did you use her? Oh, no, of course no. Of course men would say no. Of course people who are at fault say no. It's called accountability. You know, if I know I used someone, I know I fucked somebody over, I'm going to call that person up and be like, look, I'm sorry for what I did during that time period. I was naive. I was stupid, you know, and it was wrong to have hurt you like that. So please forgive me. And at that point, if that person doesn't want to forgive you, that's their problem. At least you ask for forgiveness. But then you have people walking around in this world like the guy that I was dating last summer who don't even take accountability for shit. Like, I even like pulled cards. I asked my spirit guides, what's the deal here? Like, why is she attacking me? She was attacking me because she felt that I was trying to stop the work that she was doing on him. Meaning she wanted to get her revenge from him. And I was just being the obstacle in the middle because I was healing him. Me being who I am automatically was like, oh, I will take care of you. I will heal you. And that was another lesson I needed to learn. That don't always go and try to help and heal someone because maybe they don't deserve it. Maybe they're the ones who caused some chaos, and now that it's raining on them, you can't give them an umbrella. You have to let them get wet. Meaning he fucked her over. He did something to her, and I can't just walk in and be like, okay, well, I'm going to put a Band-Aid on it. That's not my place. He needs to go through whatever it is that she's putting him through because of what he put her through. Karma. A lot of times you guys be walking into these situations that have nothing to do with you, but you like this person, you care about this person, you love this person, you want to save this person. Sometimes these motherfuckers aren't for saving, yo. It's like J. Cole said, she don't want to be saved. That's why we have to be very, very precise on seeing everything, outweighing everything, observing everything, understanding everything. Because I swear to God, some people be having these energies and these entities attached to them and these people attached to them that are no good. And that's what I learned over the summer. Like, I know I was fucking bored in March, and I just said, I'm bored, universe. I didn't know the universe was going to take me on this adventure. Like, where I actually meet someone who has someone up their ass hell-bent on getting their revenge. When I pulled cards and I saw why she was after him, it literally said justification. She felt justified in what she was doing. When someone feels justified in what they're doing, you can't go against it. So what I did, I gracefully bowed out and said, you know what? I just started acting like an asshole to him. Like, I knew the type of person he was. He hated women who argued back or like, you know, even like showed a sign of like dominance. Yeah, I know. You guys are like, well, how the fuck you dated him? I was bored over the summer, okay? I was trying new things. As my friend says, I was exploring. So anyway, I just started acting like an asshole. Just started arguing with him about shit because I knew he wouldn't believe me if I told him that this bitch is throwing so much magic on him that it's not going to work between me and him, and he needs to sit there and deal with it because of what the actions that he provided way before he met me. So I did what I do best. Argue, act like an asshole, so a motherfucker will break up with me. I'm a Sagittarius. We all do this. How many Sagittarius you know that will purposely act out of pocket so a person can break up with them? When I break up with somebody, it doesn't work. Like, I tried to break up with him prior. I tried to break up with him, and he was like, oh, no, let's weather the storm, and this and that. I'm like, no, let's not. Oh, no, I care about you, this and that. I said, all right, fine. Then I went cold turkey. Just fucking cold shoulder. Because I wanted to break up with you and you didn't want to listen. Now I literally was packing my shit to go home and he's like, no, let's not do this. And I was like, all right, fine. You want to weather the storm? All right, now you're going to get hit by the fucking hurricane. And the hurricane is me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. So I did what I do best. I went cold turkey. I acted like an asshole to the point where he got so annoyed with me. Where it just took me one thing to say to him and it triggered everything. And he was like, you know what? It's not working. Go home. I was like, gladly. So I left. Soon as I left and I got back home and I was in my energy, oh my God, why that contract that I was waiting on got approved? Why me being sick didn't happen again? All of a sudden I was cured. Like, I wasn't feeling tired anymore. And another thing I didn't mention is body aches. When you're around someone and you're getting body aches, before you were around with this person, you didn't get no body ache. You were fine. Now when you're with this person, your body is hurting, your back is hurting, your fingers are hurting. All of a sudden you got some arthritis. Where the fuck did this arthritis come from? Where the fuck did this back pain come from? Yeah, you got your period and you got back pains before, but why is this back pain so severe now? It's that energy. It's that energy. So be careful who you let into your energy. Whether it's a friend, whether it's somebody you're fucking, whether it's somebody you're dating, somebody you're in a relationship, be aware. Because you guys are gods and goddesses. You guys have galaxies and universes inside of you. You have to be careful who you're letting inside of your temple. Would you let anyone inside your temple with shoes on? Shoes are the most disgustingest bacterial infested things, right? Shoes, because you walk with them everywhere. Shoes are exposed to the most bacterial, fungal, whatever shit that's out there. Would you let someone inside of your temple with shoes on? With all that bacteria and all that infection? Granted, it may not be the disease, but spiritual diseases do exist. And then sometimes if you see someone going through something, don't be so quick to try to remove it. Like if someone comes to you and says, oh, someone's been attacking me with magic and this and that, don't be so quick to remove it. Sit with your spirit guides and ask them if you should remove it. Because sometimes you don't understand something. Sometimes these people have these curses and these hexes and these evil doings on them through their bloodline because they did something and karma needs to be played out. Like I was getting involved in the middle of his karma with between him and his best friend or whatever she was. And believe it or not, since I stopped talking to him, and sometimes, like, I just thought about, like, maybe he's listening to this video, and you know what? I feel sorry for you. If you are listening to this video, you know who you are, but I can't help you. That's your own undoing that you did. And I don't want to have anything to do with that. Sometimes you got to put that out there because you don't know who's listening. He could be listening to this. Ever since I left that person and I left that situation, my life has been 100 times better. Everything that was stuck for me for that summertime that I was with with him over this summer has come through. So I know I'm not making this shit up in my head. I know I'm not crazy. I know that what I'm teaching you guys today makes sense. So please use it. Please understand it. Please be aware that the next time you are around someone, you're dating someone, how do you feel? Your feelings, their energy will tell you a lot because energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. So how do I know a person is not for me? If I continue getting sick around them, if I'm clumsy around them, if I'm biting my tongue or in the inside of my mouth, I'm tripping over things, I'm walking into things, I'm getting hurt. Physically hurt, like I'm getting cuts, bruises, I'm falling, I'm breaking things, I'm losing things. I never dropped my phone before. I am so good with taking care of my phone. Dating this motherfucker, I dropped my phone. I had to get my whole phone fixed. Had the phone since fucking 2017. Well, I haven't had the same phone since 2017, but I've had different phones since 2017. I get my upgrades. Ain't never dropped none of them phones. Dating this motherfucker. We went to go take one picture. My phone dropped. My brand new phone. Yeah, no, absolutely not. These are signs. Sometimes some people's spirit, some people's energy is not for you. Don't you start, Sidian. Think about that for a second. These are things you need to keep in mind when you invite someone into your life. Hell, use my story as an example. I have a lot of stories. Maybe one day I'll tell you all of them. But this one stood out because today I woke up and I saw a video about a girl explaining things that happen to you when you're around people that you're not supposed to be around. And this made me think about this dude. And then it made me think about putting out a message. Like, man, people need to hear this. People that are subscribed to me or people do need to hear this because it's true. Depending on who you surround yourself with, your spirit guides will unleash blessings on you. But if you're around someone you're not supposed to be with, that spirit does not approve, you ain't getting no blessings. Like, you ever date someone and then you end up getting fired? Like, work is just not happening for you. No matter how much you try to find a job, you're not finding it. That's a telltale sign. Your car was perfectly fine, but you started dating this person, now your car breaking down. You lost your library card. You lost your bracelet. Your chain broke. Your hair is falling out. You getting acne. Your period won't stop. Your parents keep fighting with you. There's always chaos. There's always chaos and destruction when you're around this person. Nothing is ever going good. Now all of a sudden you got a disease you never had before. All dealing with this person. So be careful. Everything is supposed to be about peace and joy. When spirit sends you someone into your life, they will bring peace and joy. When you call someone into your life that you know nothing about, be careful of the chaos and destruction they bring. And ask your spirit guides, is this person okay for me? If this person is not okay for me, remove them. Because that's what I said. I said, spirit guides, you know what? I finally understand what you're saying. You know what? Get rid of this person for me. Lo and behold, 48 hours later, we broke up. Broke up over some dumb shit. He thinks that we broke up because there's no comprehension between us. He broke up with me thinking that he broke up because we don't understand each other. We're very compatible, but we don't understand each other. His qualm was that when I speak, he doesn't understand me. Yeah, that was spirit twisting my words so he doesn't understand, so he can move the fuck away. Everybody else understands. You guys say I'm an excellent that I explain things so beautifully to you guys, that I break things down, that my analogies, you guys love my analogies. I'm a teacher. Shit. For my full-time job, my natural art is teaching. If there's one thing I can do, it is teach. But yet this motherfucker said he could not comprehend me. That spirit saying, no, we don't like him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Let him feel that he don't understand her. Let him feel stupid, because I guess that's his thing was. If he felt stupid, he couldn't be with someone. And I really felt it, that he literally felt like he wasn't that smart to be with me, because he couldn't understand the things I was saying. Any other person could be like, listen, I understand what you're saying, but can you explain it to me a little better? Because I don't want to misunderstand you. Not once this person said this to me. Oh, I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Can you explain it to me? When we were about to break up, he goes, and also, by the way, I don't think I understand anything that you ever say to me. Like, you say something and I take it some other way. Okay, that also means he's got a lot of issues that he needs to face, because he gets triggered every time I talked. Every time my tongue moved, he got triggered. That's spirit right there telling you, nope. Because I look at it this way. Every time I come into someone's life, this is my purpose, guys. Once you find out your purpose, things become so much clearer. There's no fog. My purpose is, as a Sagittarius, as a seer, I work for the ascension team, meaning I help you ascend. I help you become so light. I get it? No pun intended. I help you become so light as a feather, that you ascend. But if you choose not to, there will be someone else that will be sent. I will be taken away. Someone else will come along to help you ascend. Meaning someone else will help you come along to see the lessons that you need to learn, to see where you need to go, and then you ascend. So even when I date someone or when I'm friends with someone, the whole point is to help them ascend, to help them get into the light. And I tried with this person, because to me, everyone is a contract. I know it's harsh to say this, But for an individuals like me, we don't do relationships. We don't do love because the universe loves us so much. The divine loves us so much. We don't need love from this earthly plane. We are already so loved as it is. Ancestors love, spirit love, God love, divine love, angel love. I have that already. My parents love me. My family love me. So when love comes to me, it's like, okay, I have this already. How are you going to love me? So I don't get stuck on that. And I want someone to love me. I already have enough people that love me. I'm so grateful and so blessed in that department. That's why I choose to be single. When I find the right person to be with who doesn't bring any negative energy around me, then I will choose that individual. But so far, till I get to that point of choosing the individual that I want to be in my life forever and ever, there are contracts that I have signed up for to help ascend. Now, these contracts, if they decide not to ascend, that's their contractual agreement. My agreement is to help them. And if they don't want that help, they don't want to receive that help, it's absolutely fine. Some of you may call it rejection. That's fine. If they reject being ascended, that's fine. They can go back to learning their lessons. They can go back to dealing with the karma. And when it's time for them to feel like they need to ascend, they will. I fulfilled my duty. Now I move on to the next project. I move on to the next contract. Some of you are like that. Some of you are wondering, well, every time I try a relationship, it don't work. And I end up losing out and this and that. And maybe you're just contracted to them to help them ascend. Now, we all have different parts that we play. Some of us are part of resistance. Some of us are part of ascension. Now, I'm wondering, what is resistance and what is ascension? Resistance are the people that stop you from getting closer to the light. Yes, those people exist. And then there's those people that work with the ascension team, meaning they help you ascend. You have to ask yourself, are you resistance or are you ascension? If you are constantly downplaying someone's beliefs or their faith that they have or the miracles that happen in their life, you're resistance. Plain and simple. But if you are the one that claps for someone's miracles, claps when someone has faith, claps when someone is close to God, teaches people how to get close to God, get close to the light, teaches people how to be light in the sense where be positive, be positive, be positive. You're part of the ascension team. I was about to say you're part of the ascension team. I don't know who I'm channeling right now. You're part of the ascension team. But if you sit there, I'll give you an example. Like if I'm sitting there and you're sitting there and we're talking to an individual about the light. Here you are. Oh, but not everything is light all the time. There's always negativity and you have to be careful of negativity and this and that. Okay, that's fine. And then this person says to you, if you just keep to yourself and you don't help anybody and you don't raise your vibrations and you just kind of isolate yourself. What did you say? Don't raise your vibrations? That's resistant right there. Or if someone says to you, I'm going to manifest some money tonight, and you're like, oh, the manifestation doesn't work. God isn't real. The divine isn't real. Yeah, you're resistance. You might as well just get a tattoo that says resistance. Team resistant. Team resistance. I'm team ascension. Why? Because I like to leave people with seeds that help them grow. Some people don't like it. Some people like it. But that's my job. If anything, I will leave you with a seed inside of your mind that'll help you grow a tree. Resistance comes and rips that seed away. Now understand who you are and what you do. All of us play a part. Whether it's a negative part or a positive part, it doesn't matter. Negative and positive doesn't matter. It's chaos and it's light. It's chaos and it's clarity. Do you give people clarity or do you bring chaos into people's lives? As far as I'm concerned, as far as I move, I bring clarity. Hence where I have my clients tell me, oh my God, I feel so much better talking to you. I see things so much clearer. Why? Because that's what I'm built for. I'm a healer that brings clarity. I'm a healer that works for the ascension team. Now, if you team me up with resistance, it's not going to work. It's going to backfire on me. I'm going to start getting sick. I'm going to start having negative connotations of what's going on. I'm going to get pulled into the darkness. My soul cannot go into the darkness. It cannot. It just can't. It can't hold darkness. If you put me in darkness, everything will become light. And you're probably wondering, well, why does she talk about herself like this? Why do I talk about myself like this? Because I know I'm not mediocre. I know I'm a star child. I know there are things that I can do that you can do as well too if you just tap into it. So you need to ask yourself, are you part of resistance or are you part of ascension? If you are part of ascension, you're going to have a hard time being with people because you're ascending them. And if they don't want to ascend, they are not allowed to be with you. They're not allowed to sit with you. Spirit will make it clear. Like, you can't sit here. Oldest story in the book. Have you ever seen demons and angels hang out together? Yeah, okay. Resistance and ascension. So if you are a soul that's ascended, or you help others ascend, and you are around a soul that is resistance, like this guy from the summer, he was so pessimistic, so miserable. Now that I think about it, I don't know what the fuck I was going through that I actually put myself around a person like that. These are things that we need to talk with ourselves about. Like, I know my mental frame was, I'm bored. I need an adventure. So universe said, okay, you're bored, you need an adventure. Okay, let's see if you could try to ascend this motherfucker. I tried. It didn't work. And I pushed for him to be ascended. Sometimes some people are not meant to ascend. Or maybe sometimes you are not that person to ascend them. AKA, you are not that person to love them. As much as you think you are, the universe has other plans. This is why I tell you, when something doesn't work out between people, just let it the fuck go. Don't think it's your fault. Sometimes shit just doesn't work because it's not supposed to. And if we look at it through a spiritual perspective, some people downright just aren't the vibe for you. Like, spirit has somebody so much better, some things that are so much better. Like, why is it that my contract did not go through when I was with this motherfucker, but as soon as I left him, my contract went through? That's a big telltale sign where spirit was like, sorry, we had to delay everything because you chose to be over there. But now that you're smart enough to come back over here into the light, we're ready to give you whatever it is that you want. Imagine if you actually sat down and cracked that code open, that the person you're with, the reason why you're struggling so much is because the person you're around, the energy that's around you. Dating is hard in this culture. It's not because of the hookup culture. It's not because of this, because this has been going on for ages. Hooking up, having sex, just talking to each other, trying to be friends. This has been going on for ages. Is that now social media talks about it, shows it to you. You start to understand that there's more people who've been through that. So this is nothing new. Dating is hard because sometimes you need to realize, all the time, you need to realize that this person may not be for you. And the universe will do anything and everything in its power to separate you two, because it's just not meant to be. So if you just get the first phone call from the universe and you say, yo, this is not meant to be, you need to drop this person, and you drop that person right then and there, things will be good. But if you keep ignoring that phone call that universe is trying to make to you to tell you to leave this person, things will get worse for you. I know so many individuals in relationships that shit is not working for them, and they're still continuing to staying in those relationships, and then they cry why things aren't working. But as soon as they break up with this person, things start opening up for them. Blessings start coming in, but then they go back to this person and the blessings stop. That's your telltale sign right there. So the next time you date someone and you end up getting sick, get rid of them. Next time you date someone and you're on a date with them and you're walking and you trip over a wire or something, get rid of them. The next time you go out with someone or you start talking to someone, you lose your wallet, get rid of them. You lose your cat, get rid of them. You get a flat tire, get rid of them. It will be so small, so minute, because the spirit needs to understand if you are going to be taking instructions from them. So if you back off right there, like, I remember I was going on a date to meet up with somebody, right? And I ended up going over like a piece of wood or something, and it messed up my undercarriage, like real quickly, like the undercover of the car or whatever. And I had to pull over and I had to see what happened. It was minor. It was very small. But then I said, you know what, spirit, I'm turning the car around and I'm going home. I get it. I get it. Sometimes we're so on point, we listen to spirit, and sometimes we don't. I think the times that we don't listen to spirit is because we've been so tired and we want something to work so bad that we're willing to ignore spirit. Please don't ignore spirit, because that's when our life depends on it. Like this summer, I was really bored. I was so fucking bored. I really had nothing to do, and I wanted to have the best summer. Oh, I had the best summer. I had the best summer in understanding dealing with evil motherfuckers and evil energies. So, because the theme for this summer was dealing with someone who had an evil obsessed person after him, and this evil obsessed person who was after him was willing to destroy anybody that was coming into his life. She picked the wrong person. She picked me. I'm not the one, because you just got to tell me once and I'll fucking leave. So we didn't even make it to 90 days. Within 90 days, I think 65, 67 days, shit was annulled. Shit was broken. Shit was terminated. Spirit was like, nope, no, you need to take your ass right back fucking home, away from this. The one thing I will say is, the one thing I did enjoy about the summer was the bond I created with his dog. I loved his dog so much. So the only thing I can say that I can take out of this is that I'm glad that I was there for the dog. Who knows? Maybe I was there healing the dog, protecting the dog from whatever the fuck the energy was going on. But at the end of the day, this person was not good for me. That situation was not good for me. Whatever that person brought in, whatever entailed that person was not good for me. And I'm willing to see that. I am just so sorry to Spirit that I wasn't listening when I should have been listening. So this is a lesson for you guys to understand. When things aren't working out, pay heed to it and remove those people out of your energy. I hope my story helped. I hope this lesson helped. I hope it helped you understand things, see things more clearer. I know there's certain people out there that are probably telling me, shut up. Why is she always fucking giving out our secrets and stuff like that? Well, you know what? Fuck you. Stop trying to get one over on people. If you weren't trying to get one over on people, people like me wouldn't be born to help other people. Okay, that's how it goes. So again, I encourage you, if you have a story, help people with it. If you've been through the same thing, talk about it, write about it, so other people can learn from it. Because we are here to teach each other and help each other grow. Get rid of the people that are not helping you grow. Get rid of the people that are stopping your blessings. Number one, get rid of the people that are causing droughts in your life. Look those people right in the eye and walk the fuck away from them. Because it's not only with men you date, women you date, it'll be friends. I don't even want to call this a friend. This person was trying to be my friend so bad. Like, I literally had to tell this person, like, yo, you don't need to call me every single day. You don't need to text me every single day. I kind of felt like this person wanted to have me in their pocket. Like, you know how you buy someone? Like, this person was trying to buy me, and I saw through it. And I wanted to see how far they would go, that they would actually understand and just stop. No, they didn't, so I had to tell them, look, stop. You don't have to text me every day. You ain't my man. Even my man don't text me every day like this. Or even my own sisters don't text me like this every day. I had to put a stop to it. Because every time I got on the phone with this person or I talked to this person, I kind of felt like an ache inside of me. Like, why? Why am I responding to this person? Why am I obligated to respond? And that's another telltale sign. When you feel obligated to respond to someone, stop it right there, because that's karmic. And I told this individual straight up, I said, I don't like how I feel like I'm obligated to respond to you. So this is why I'm breaking the cycle right now. Now, this person acted like they were okay with it, that they understood. But I know deep down inside they were upset because I fucked up their plans. Where they thought that they could have me in their back pocket. I said, oh no, this is not happening. So be careful with people trying to buy you as well too. Be careful with people just trying to come along for a ride with you because you are a blessed individual. Please, 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 again, protect your energies, protect yourself. And every time you let someone in, please check what is going on as soon as you let this person in. Are things going better for you, or are things decreasing for you? Like when I met this girl and I started talking to her, my creativity went down. I felt like I had a creative block. As soon as I stopped talking to her ass, my creativity went back up. I was popping out videos again. I was doing what I needed to. How do I not know she wasn't trying to siphon my creativity? I don't, but Spirit told me that's exactly what was going on. Have that relationship with Spirit where Spirit can speak to you. Spirit can give you messages and you can easily understand the messages. Like when Spirit told me, nope, we don't like this person, I got rid of this person. No one is above your spirit guides and the divine. No relationship, no connection. Put your connection with the divine and the spirit guides and your ancestors that you have first. Listen to them. They will guide you. They will take you to your destiny because that's what they're supposed to do. Like, you want to know what your spirit guides are there for? Do you want to know what the divine is there for? To get you to your destiny, because you have a destiny to fulfill. Everybody else that comes in is either a distraction from your destiny or a help towards your destiny. That's where you have to figure out who is who. I'm going to leave you that. I'm going to leave you that. Yes, exactly. I'm going to leave that with you. This is something you need to think about and coerce with yourself inside your brain. And I hope you come up with the answers that you're looking for. All right? I love you guys. Take care. It's always a pleasure.